In broad daylight, a teenager is targeted by a complete stranger.
He was choking me like to the point where I couldn't breathe.
But detectives say that was only the beginning of his plan.
What were your intentions with her?
Do something sexual.
Do something sexual?
This is Inside the Crime, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Elizabeth Millner. Before we get into this case, I want to tell you guys about this really cool service that we even use here at Law&Crime. It's called TruthFinder, and it's for public record searches. Plus, it saves us a ton of time. And you can use TruthFinder too. Type in a name to find addresses, criminal history, and more. It's our go-to tool for checks and one of the largest search services in the US. With a subscription, you can get unlimited confidential searches to check on new neighbors, vet people you meet online, or find someone to reconnect with. Even look up registered sex offenders nearby or do a background search on yourself. Stay informed, stay safe, check public records with TruthFinder now at www.truthfinder.com/ITC. The victim was a 15-year-old girl walking home from school. She and the suspect didn't even know each other. The only thing they had in common was they were both high schoolers. It's April 28, 2025. We're in Thornton, Colorado, a city less than 30 minutes north from Denver. Just after 3:30 that afternoon, an office assistant at Thornton Middle School informed their school resource officer a student was nearly kidnapped. At this point, the suspect is in the wind, but their car might offer a clue as to where the perp went next.
On Google Maps, he's parked by the apartment.
Let me see. Can I zoom in? Is that it right there?
Yeah.
Again? No plate.
But yeah, the plate is blurred on Google Maps.
Okay. All
But
right.
it was a car like that, red, and the bumper was white.
Okay. So
I
let me.
just didn't see a make or model.
Okay. So let me get this right. You're in your car, or you're
Yeah, I was just sitting in the car.
sitting in your car. It was like for lunch or just taking a break,
Yeah.
and then window up or down.
They were cracked.
Windows cracked, and you're on the south side of the south side of the parking
I was
lot,
on the parking lot over there.
right by the stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like towards the end, like the third space at the end.
Okay.
Over there. And I saw when he walked that way.
So he walked up through the pathway.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the stadium. I got in my car and shortly after he walked that way. And then a while later is when I heard a scream and then I saw him running back
Okay.
this way.
Okay.
And he got into the red car and he made a right and took off.
Okay. All right. And so, okay. I'm gonna walk her back and just make sure I got the right cameras and where she was at, and then I can meet you guys in. Okay.
The car looked
Okay.
red and the white one.
Okay. So then, did you see her after he ran and the car drove off?
Yeah, and I saw her walk through the parking lot. She was crying, and I kind of opened my door to see if she would turn and like ask for help, but she didn't. So I just thought maybe it's not related, but I didn't approach her or anything. And I saw her, but I did like follow her with my eyes, and I saw her walk to the apartment.
Okay.
The victim's name has been redacted from the case report, but this is what we know. The girl was 15 years old and a student at Thornton High School. This is what the incident report says. Redacted explained she was walking with a drink in her hand and listening to music from her earbuds. Redacted said she was grabbed from behind and dropped her drink. She said an unknown person placed an arm around her neck and squeezed tightly. Simultaneously, the person firmly placed another hand over her mouth. Redacted recalled a 30-second to 1-minute struggle. During the struggle, Redacted stated that she could not breathe and felt like she was going to faint. The person eventually released her and ran toward Hoffman Way. The person stopped and looked back at her briefly before continuing to flee in the same direction. Redacted reoriented herself and cried as she walked home alone.
Okay. So, where do you think you were at?
So like I was walking all the way from here. I think all the way from over there.
From the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over here. Where it happened was coming down here. We'll see this built.
So you're right here at.
Yeah, it's that same exact spot where it
Okay.
happened. So like I was like right here.
Okay.
And right here was where it happened. I spilled everything here. And then he's just like he like came from the back. He started like choking me. Cause I think like the cameras do like, cause it was from like right here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Okay. And when you said he choked you, would you think it was with his hands or was it with his arm?
Right
or
here like this, but it was like choking aggressively, like, cause I couldn't like breathe. Like he was choking me like to the point where I couldn't breathe.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you feel like you couldn't breathe, like you
Yeah,
couldn't inhale?
he was doing it from like right here, and then he started like doing this, and all I could like think of or like see was just like, cause he was like that, you know.
Was he putting pressure over your mouth?
He was like, it was, I don't know, but I was almost like fainting, and I was unconscious, you know.
And did you feel any pain when he was?
Yeah, because I came home and then my throat started hurting like badly.
Can I see? I don't want to like expose too much of your skin, but can I see? I just make sure there's no markings, or if there is, I want to be able to take pictures of it. Okay. Is it okay if I take pictures of that area, just so, like your face and your neck area? Did you try to fight back in any way?
No, like afterwards, he just like ran, like he stopped doing what he was doing, and he just ran. Afterwards, when I just like could go walking, he was over there. He kept looking back, and then I told him like you or something like that, and then he just left. Like he kept running.
Okay.
The victim described the suspect as a white man about 5'8", 5'9", with yellowish blonde hair. She couldn't remember what he was wearing clothing-wise, but did notice the suspect wearing glasses and had a black backpack. When the surveillance video was reviewed, this is what an officer wrote in their report. I observed Redacted walking on the pathway between Thornton Middle School and Five Star Stadium. As Redacted continued walking, the male party, as previously described, was seen running toward her. It appeared Redacted did not perceive the male party as she had her back turned to him. As she approached door 6, labeled on Thornton Middle School, Redacted was grabbed from behind, and a struggle seemed to occur. Redacted's body appeared to be extended backwards as the male party was behind her. Both of Redacted's feet looked as if they were off the ground momentarily. She seemed to shift her weight downwards prior to being released by the male party. The male party then ran toward Hoffman Way. The male party was wearing a long black shirt, blue jeans, and white shoes. Thornton PD later released this image of the suspect. 9 News also added a mention in their reporting that the suspect drove a red sedan with a white bumper. Then the calls began flooding to the police station. There were a few leads detectives investigated, but one lead in particular catches their attention. According to the incident report, a Thornton High School student saw the press release and believed the suspect looked exactly like his friend Steve. The student told officers Steve also drives a red car with a bumper sticker to school every day. We've learned through court documents Steve's real name is Steven Houseman. He is a high school student, but we're naming him because he was 18 years old at the time of this incident. Plus, he admitted to being the person detectives were looking for. So Steven is taken into custody, transported to the police station, and he spills it all. His timeline, his reason, and his real intention.
Do you mind just starting off by telling me why you're here today?
Yesterday I attacked a girl.
You did what?
I attacked a girl.
You attacked a girl? Okay, tell me about that.
I pretty much saw her and attacked her.
Okay, do you know this girl?
No.
Where did this happen at?
Thornton Middle School. Right behind you.
Tell me why you attacked this girl.
I don't know.
What were you doing at the time?
I was planning to walk back to school, but I changed my mind and tried to hurt her.
You changed your mind and what?
And tried to hurt her.
And tried to hurt her?
Mm-hmm.
What were your intentions with her?
Something sexual.
Do something sexual? Okay. Starting at the beginning, you talked about you were walking back to school. What school do you go to?
Thornton High School.
Thornton High School. What grade are you in?
Junior.
And were you live at, were you at home, or where were you at when you were walking back to school?
I was at my house.
At your house. So you were at, what time was this at?
Probably. What time I was at my house?
Let's do this. What time did you get to school in the morning?
School in the morning. I usually get to school in the morning probably around 8:25, 8:30.
Okay, so you get there about 8:20, 8:25 to 8:30. And then what time does school actually start?
School starts at 8:40.
Okay.
7:40, 7:40.
At
Can you,
7:40?
switch all those times?
No, yep, we can do that. Thank you for correcting me on that. So you leave school. When did you leave school at?
I left school. I have an off hour. I left school around like 10:35.
10:35? Okay, so you leave around 10:35. And then how long do you think you're at home for before you start to head back?
30 minutes.
Did you go anywhere between school and your home?
No.
Okay, so you were at your home for about 30 minutes, and then you start heading back. And when you say you're heading back to school, which direction do you go?
I usually go between the middle school and go all the way up the bridge and then go to the school.
And I'm somewhat familiar with that area. Do you talk about going over the bridge and through, do you go through the stadium area?
Yeah.
Behind the middle school? Okay. I may actually have you just draw me a diagram of the route that you take. Okay, so you're on your way back to school, and what happens?
And I saw a girl, and my life and my brain flickered, and I turned back around and attacked her.
Was she walking in front of you or behind you?
Well, technically behind me at the time because she was walking the opposite way.
Okay.
Steven admits he doesn't even remember what the victim looks like. However, he says he remembers walking in the opposite direction of her as they were just passing one another. Then he says he uttered 2 words to her during the attack.
What did you say to her when you attacked her?
Shut up.
Did you say anything else to her?
No.
When you say that you attacked her, how did you attack her?
I grabbed her by her, what's it called, head.
Okay. With your hands, with your arms, what did that look like?
With my arm.
With one arm or 2 arms?
One arm.
Now, can you kind of just simulate exactly how that looked? Can you just be more specific?
Like somewhat like this. I don't know how to explain it.
What arm did you use to grab her with?
Oh, my right arm.
Your right arm. You told me you told her to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say anything else to her?
No.
What did she say back to you?
I hate you. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. I hate you.
Okay. You mentioned that your brain in your life had flickered before you, before this had happened.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
I don't know, my brain will like do something I know I shouldn't do, but then my brain will like force me to try to do it. I don't know how to explain it.
How often does that happen?
Not really often. Has happened in a while.
About at what point in your life did that start happening?
When I reached puberty.
Okay.
So probably around 13, 14.
Was there any words exchanged when she passed you?
No.
Okay. Now, when you approached her, and you talk about your right arm going around her. On what part of her body did your right arm make contact?
It was around her face, her mouth area.
Tell me more about that.
Why?
Why did you grab there?
So so she wouldn't talk.
So she wouldn't talk. Does that mean, were you covering her mouth? What did that look like?
I was covering her mouth with my inner elbow.
What was your other hand doing?
Just slung down the ground.
It was
doing
what?
this, basically. Just left it hanging.
Just left it hanging. Were your legs doing anything?
Yeah.
Now you grab her. What happens after you grab her?
I grabbed her, I realized what I'd done, and I ran away. I pretty much let go and ran away.
Where did you go after you ran away?
I went in my car and drove to school.
Where was your car at?
Next to my house.
So you take your car back to school, and then what happens?
Basically, just hang out with my friends, that's all.
What were you planning on physically doing with her?
I don't know. Probably lots of stuff, I'm guessing.
All right, talk to me about what that lots of stuff is.
Like probably just normal sex.
And when you say normal sex can mean different things to different people. What does normal sex look like to you?
A man inserts his penis in the vagina.
Okay. What, were you planning on anything else?
No.
Where was this going to happen at?
Probably right at the middle school.
Were you going to take her somewhere, or were you going to right where you attacked her?
Mhm.
Just right there? Okay. Did you have any weapons or anything like that with you?
No.
Did you bring a condom?
No.
Now, after you thought about sexually assaulting her, what were you going to do afterwards?
Probably just do it and just leave her there, I'm guessing. Probably go back to school.
Steven confesses he thought about doing something like this before. This was the only time he acted on it.
What made yesterday different, do you think?
I don't know, really. Honestly, I don't really know. I prefer not to answer. Because I have really no idea.
That's okay if you don't know. Steven, when this incident occurred, what type of clothing were you wearing?
I was wearing a black shirt with like sleeves, a blue jeans, and white shoes.
Steven Houseman faced charges including second-degree kidnapping and criminal intent to commit sexual assault. Later, more charges were added, including another count of attempted sexual assault and attempted sexual assault of a child. He's been held behind bars in the Adams County Detention Facility since his April 29, 2025 arrest. In November of that same year, the 18-year-old pleaded guilty to second-degree kidnapping and attempted sexual assault. Steven Houseman was sentenced in February of 2026. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison on the kidnapping charge and 90 days in jail for the attempted sexual assault. But here's the thing. That 8-year sentence was suspended, meaning Steven was spared from state prison. He'll only have to serve 90 days in jail, then 10 years of probation. Online records show Steven Houseman is still in the Adams County Jail. After his release from jail, in addition to his probation, he will also reportedly have to register as a sex offender. That does it for this episode of Inside the Crime. I'm Elizabeth Millner, and we'll see you back here tomorrow with another case.